Today on A Commonly Good MTG, it's the top 5 win rate decks of August 2025. What we're doing is going out to Untap GG, looking at the top decks in the standard meta for the last week and showing them off here. If you are interested in finding out what is rocking the meta right now, then stay tuned. Find out more. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, a person who's woken up more than 10,000 times and still isn't used to it. Dr. You can't suck it. Yes, thank you. Film before a live studio audience. Thank you so much. You can't suck it. Word to your mama. So today I'm broadcasting to you from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing two decks I found over on Untap GG. What it is, when we get to the middle of the month, and I know it's a little early from that, we'll discuss that in a little bit. I like to take a look at what decks are doing really good right now and show you the top 5, which ones are at the top of the standard meta list. So what this is the ones by win rate. Not the ones being played, but just the ones that are doing the best winning, as tracked by Untap GG's little game tracker, which I do partake in myself. And they keep track of what's being played and how well those decks are doing. All right, so what's the deal? Why am I putting this video together so early in the month? Well, it's because of rotation. That's why. So the deal is rotation happened late last month, and so that means that when I got to the beginning of the month, I couldn't do my top 5 favorite decks from before that. Why? Because my top 5 favorites were banned. I mean, they were, I couldn't play old cards anymore, so therefore I couldn't even show them to you. So, didn't get to do it. So instead, to make up for it, I'm playing the top 5 win rate decks early, and so that way it will be 3 weeks from the last time I did it, and 3 weeks until I do it the next time. We'll slip up favorites in when I get to the beginning of September for the things I saw in August. But that's the problem with rotation. It makes it hard to, everything starts over fresh. We can't look back when we have rotation. All right, so let's get down to it. It's very exciting. I could tell you that it's a variation of decks, which is exactly what we're looking for. Rotation has done such a good job of messing things up. Surprise, surprise, surprises. I mean, you're not going to be too surprised. The last couple of weeks, these decks have been showing up pretty hard. But what are they going to be? What's awesome? And if you're looking for some good decks, these are definitely great decks to play. So without any further ado, let's get to it. What deck is number 5? All right, played against Smoke GLV. Oh, what can we do with this? Got a singleton out right there. Let's pop it. Hey there, C3PO. Good to see ya. Let's see what a guy, if he's got anything weird up his sleeve. We're coming in. I clicked the attack button like 400 times now. Attack, 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 attack. I just sit there and take it. That's right. All right, let's set him back. All right, I hope we draw a man on this next turn. And we did not. And we're done. All right, so the big problem is I gotta get this guy. Let's try it again. Otherwise, he's just going to waste something here. We're going for the vampire kill. Trying to sneak it in right before the end. All right, there we go. He's gone. Pay 2 life. That's fine. Screaming Nemesis! Trick or treat. Yeah, there you go. Whatever. Alright, we got Boros Charm. I can start throwing out Nova Hellkite. You really want to do 3 points of damage there? Alright, so between these I got 7 going on. Warp! Warp Drive, Mr. Sulu! Warp Drive. Alright, we could kill him next turn. Well, can we? Yeah, I think we can. I think we got it. We got the juice. Yeah, keep putting dudes out, man. Whatever. Alright. Mana. 4 points of damage. Bolt Wave. Auto pay. And we win. Burn. Do you feel it? Do you feel it? Victory. Alright, here we are with Boros Burn. And yeah, it's a great aggro red deck. I was smoking with it a couple of days ago. It was doing just fantastic. One of the things that's nice about Burn is the fact that you're playing a lot of burn spells that go after your opponent there. I mean, Boros Charm goes after your opponent. Lightning Helix you can play on your opponent. Bolt Wave goes after opponents. Burst Lightning can be shot after your opponent. So it's like the creature's damage is cool. It's recurring. It's a good investment. When it comes down to it, it's just, I got it, man. I could just go straight for that guy's face. And there's like nothing they could do about it. So we got to watch out for life gain. And the big thing about life gain is you got Screaming Nemesis. And if you have to shoot it yourself, if you shoot it yourself with like a nice burst lightning, that's a good thing for a Screaming Nemesis because it only does 2 points of damage to it. You could do that 2 points of damage to your opponent, which makes it so they cannot gain any more life. So you have the ability to shut that down. So altogether, yeah, this is a glorious deck, and I dig it big time. So there you go, number 5 for, what are we looking at here? August. It is Boros Burn. All right, put against PRDG Gorgon. All right, Mossburn Hydra. Cool. Keep. Gotta go to 3 before it makes any sense, though. If I put out 4th. I just don't know what this guy's playing here. Looks like he's playing green landfall as well. He's burning through all of his dual drops. I'll tell you what, I'll go for Mosspawn Hydra. I got 2 of them. We'll see. This guy doesn't seem to be doing anything direct damage-y. I got nothing to keep anything alive with. I got no mana as in. Hey, he's going to go for his own. One, 2. I got a single mana left. That is fantastic. Let's go for it. All right, it's down to 4. Now we just have to survive. We got a guy that can block up to 4 damage. Does he have a dual drop? That's the question. I know, we're just racing against this guy. There's one. I mean, I can't do anything. I can't get into a fight. I'm gonna spread the wealth a little bit. All right, let's take it in. I don't think you got it, man. You have a nice fog deck, we'd be totally screwed right now. You see, back in the old days, there was a card called Fog, and it just said, prevent all combat damage that would be dealt. And we do it. Negative 30. There we go. Victory! All right, here we are with Gruul Landfall. I mean, this is pretty much mono green Landfall, except for it's got World Soul's Rage in there. Now, World Soul's Rage is fantastic with this deck, which is why Gruul Landfall is doing better than mono green Landfall right now. Reason why it's good, look at that. It says it does X damage. You can pump X into it. You put X lands from your hand and or graveyard into the battlefield tapped, which just, I mean, you could, if you were be dropping down your dual lands along the way, you got them all in your graveyard, then you could be just popping 4 or 5 of them back out onto the battlefield at some point in the future. I guess it'd be however much you could pump into this. This is probably going to be 3 to 4 maybe. But still, you could do the Mossborn Hydra by like 4 times. Tia, Kalia, Hoffart, Lockhart, same thing. You know, it's all pretty freaking awesome. Even the Chocobo would just pump up by a bunch right there. So, yeah, World Source Rage is fantastic with this deck. If we're used to it, right? Because Final Fantasy is where this Landfalls became extremely popular. What do we have brand new here? We got the Ice Till Explorer, which just allows you to play an additional land on each of your turns. That's 2 turns. That is a lot. That is a lot of pumpitude you get to go on with there. So anyways, it's if you're a big fan of Mossborn Hydra and that doubling effect, and doubling by far goes super far in Magic the Gathering, you should totally be a fan of it. This is going to be the deck for you. All right, so there you go. Number 4 for August, it's Gruul Landfall. I played against Hail Kite. Hail, hail, rock and roll, kite. Keep. Get off the toilet. Get off the turlet. I saw you. It was really embarrassing. It's too bad that doesn't count. You know, like an outlaw kind of thing. If you do some crime, then it pumps up your dude. Who are you killing? I gotta pick a guy. Alright, let's prowess it up. Prowess! Alright, it's down to 7. We got 3 right there. What will we get on this next turn? That is the question. Alright, we're about to lose a dude. And then we'll lose another guy. I'm going to go in for the attack. Or I could just shoot. Let's just do that. Yeah, the question is, would I have done better if I would have... It would have been the same effect, I think, if I would have just shot the lightning bolt into the fairy. You lose 2 life, dude. You die. You killed yourself. Victory! Alright, so a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, I fell in love with mono red aggro. But at the time, it was Goblin. It was Goblin Tribal Aggro. And I remember it had Raging Goblin in it, who was the best 1-drop. I mean, he wasn't anything. He was just haste. Hasty 1/1 for 1. That was just glorious. And I think I used to try to throw like a equipment axe on him. It got him up to like being like a 3/1 or something like that. Anyways, I loved it. I loved it. And nowadays, this is what you got. This is our mono red aggro. It's not tribal. There's no theme to it. The best that we got is sort of a prowessy thing going on between the Slick Shot having prowess and the Challenger having prowess. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Prowess. Anyways, it's still cool. It still has the feel of mono red aggro. Things are cheap. Things get out there fast, and you are aggressively going after your opponent. And if they try to put stuff out, you just clear the path. If not, you're just going to go ahead and go straight for his face. Yeah, that is what is fantastic about it. The weird part, as I remember, like, you know, before the rotation, mono red was mouse-centric. It was mouse. And this rock village, this rock-faced village, did so fantastic because you're pumping up mice all the time. It's still good because it's good for mice and lizards. So we got one right there, and we got the hired claw. He's a nice lizard. Unfortunately, that's pretty much it. That is it for what this thing's capable of pumping. But yeah, it's still eight guys in there, whatever the deal is. So it's a decent deck. It still holds up together, and it still feels like a good aggro deck. I like it. I think it's good for the meta, and I'm glad that it's in the top. Is this better than what I'm looking at? Boros Burn? It's practically the same. In fact, I think I like this one better, which explains why it's number 3, while Boros Burn's number 5. But anyways, there you go. For August, it's number 3, mono red aggro. All right, we're playing against Mr. Caboose. Mr. Caboose. Keep. We're going Sanctifier is probably the best first drop. And here comes Chomper. Chomp, chomp, chewy chomp. Well, we got the first, the best first turn, second turn drops for this particular deck. It's a Sanctifier and an Essence Channeler. That's pretty much the way it goes, baby. Over here, Chomper. Come on, pay attention. Right here. It's good to see you. You want to turn these screens on for you? Oh, sorry, I turned the wrong screens on. How about these ones right there? There we go. All right, I'm kind of paying with the background too much. See, there's some lights there. Maybe they did something. I've never tried pushing these particular buttons before. What are you doing, Smokey? All right, putting out a little person. I'm down with that. That's totally cool. What's good about getting the Essence Channelers out is that they get their popo counters that then you can give to anybody else. That's what's nice about them. All right, Essence Chandler. Ruin-Lurker Bat. Get the pump going. And he can't do anything. I mean, I guess he's got a single mana. I'm just going to try it anyway. Hopefully I don't lose the Sanctifier. All right, he's just blocking for damage at this point. Dude, you got to show a little bit harder than what you're showing right now. A board wipe would be horrible. You can't board wipe till at least 4. I believe that's the deal. You got 3 right there. You could throw down another one and get like the World Rage out or something. World Sword Rage. Yeah, if you do that, I would hope these guys would be strong enough to withstand it. Little boys would not pull to it. Yeah, you don't like that guy. Let's put it on. Let's put it on the bat. That's Lifegain. All right, another one. And a Pridemate. And we win! Yeah, man, it's hard to hold up against this deck. Victory! And here we are with Mono White Lifegain. You know, I'm getting a little tired about Mono White Lifegain. It's been pretty static for at least a couple of meta now. I mean, what do we look at here? Sanctifier, that came out with, God, I can't remember the name of that anymore. River Bloom, whatever it is. It's not River Bloom, but it's the one where all the cutesy animals are in there. And same thing with Essence Chandler. Yeah, those are the two that pretty much make up the core of this. So we got Leyline of Hope. You know what's even better is the Citadel Thor Ta, whatever. That one's, I think, better. This one's cool. You know, it gives all your dudes... You get up to set more than 7 life easily, and then they all get +2/+2. Sure. But I like the other one better because it keeps haste from being its thing. Yeah, look, you got 4 Sheltered by Ghosts, and it's super good. But anyway, so this thing has been strong and pretty core as it's been for a while now. We've just been tickling the edges of the deck, trying to see what you could do a little bit different. Like, I don't believe I've ever seen the Exemplar of Light in here. I mean, it's a great addition to it. A little expensive at 4. Comes out as a 3/3, though, but it likes to get increased. Which say whenever you put it on a draw card, that's fantastic, too. So I can see why it's been added. I'm just not used to seeing it in here. But yeah, this deck is, it's strong. It could be getting boring. That's the one thing I can say about it. A little bit on the dull side. Anyways, there you go. Number 2 for August. It is Mono White Lifegain. All right, playing against Azrael. Keep. All right, nothing to do for a little while here. There's a guy. Ooh, he's got 2 of them. Nuts. We're playing against a weird version of Lifegain. We have to be, right? All right, let's just call it. I'm going to try to go ahead and spring load some of those jive turkeys. It's Excalibur 2. Jeez, these counters on that are over the top. He didn't attack or anything. More mana sounds just fine. I'll tell you what, we'll put this one over like that, though. All right, so that is bad. I just needed to get that out there, though. He doesn't have the mana. What is this going to take to put on there? 3? Non-land permanent. I got to take care of the Excalibur is what I got to do. It's going to be rough, though. I'll tell you what, we'll do this. Let's grab that guy. I got a single guy holding down the... There he goes. He's going to... Oh, you didn't pay for it. Starting to get a little tired of mana. Let's put it that way. All right, pop out another guy. And we're holding strong. Let's take it in. Next to combat. You want to chump? All right, let's trade off. All right, you're going to use your mana to throw that out there? Pick a dude? All right, let's see what we can do with this. right, you're looking good. You're looking real good. You want to start chumping? Jump. Jump away, chump star. Eyes at 23. All right, I got pinned down that 12-12. He doesn't have the mana to throw his little equipment around. What much to do? 5 points of damage. Mm-hmm. Gone. Sure, let's Sawblade. I guess it would have been cooler if I would have used the mana to go and do something awesome, but I didn't do that. Let's just rage in with 11 guys. 11-11. You're willing to lose all your guys, huh? All right, we got the beef. Yeah, I could have probably used that mana instead. Oh, it's destroy all creatures. All right, well, whatever, man. Yeah, these guys are too small. What am I going to pop here? No. Yep, let's go get that fire crystal. There's some hasty guys. Just go! And we win! And we win! I forgot about the fire crystal. There we go. Victory! Alright, so here we are with Jeskai Artifacts. You know, the weird part about this deck is, you know, you're used to playing the Simulacrum or the Simulacrum Synthesizer with Uthros. Sure, that's been going on for a while now. Then suddenly, for some reason, it's become Jeskai. Jeskai, and then all of a sudden it just is jumped to the top of the list. And what is it about it? This is the only red card we're playing. And you know how much red we're playing with in here? Like none. I mean, the only thing that becomes red is Starting Town. That is it. But even then, that's not where you're going to use it for. We'll probably use Repurposing Bay to go get it, right? We'll go take something that's a 3. We'll go get a 4. We can play for this thing. At which point it drops out, and then you're able to have haste. The thing is we're never going to use it to create a token that's a copy of a target creature you control. That's probably not really going to be a thing that happens. Red spells, guess what? We don't have any red spells. That's not going to help us out either. And we've only got one in there, which means this is really just to give your guys haste. And the cool thing is that it is an artifact, so it comes out, makes all of your little simulacrums one greater, and gives you the guy you just put out haste, which is an artifact, which means they're all now 2 greater, and you got a hasty guy going on. So it is a pretty awesome drop. Apparently, that's what rockets it to the top of the list, making it the best deck of August 2025, also known as Jeskai Artifacts. And here we are with the top 5 lists right out here in front of you. Let's take a look at them in order. Number 1, Jeskai Artifacts. I can say that does my heart good. I loved Simulacrum Synthesizer when it first came out. I like anything that's a baby maker. I like the fact that it can pump out more than 1 baby per turn, and that those babies get stronger and stronger and stronger. Very much like an Urabrask Forge, other than the fact that Urabrask Forge does it on its own, while Simulacrum requires external sources to push that go button, you know. Still, I love seeing it, and I love the fact that people are still tweaking it. I love the fact that it is number 1. Great. I love it. Love it. I mean, it's such a flavorful deck. I love it a big time. I know people are getting tired of it, but everybody gets tired of whatever the number 1 deck is, whether it's mono white soldiers or mono red mice. I mean, it's just everything that is number 1, people get tired of just because you have to play against it again and again and again. Number 2, mono white Lifegain. Yeah, I mean, that thing's been hardcore at the top for a long time now. Still there. Mono red aggro. I mean, it's at least it's not all mice now. It's only got 1 mouse in it, which is fantastic in my book, Because it's funny, I love mono red aggro. I love mono red aggro, but I just couldn't stand the mouse version. Too many mice. It just seems so dumb. But yeah, this deck is getting much more like it. I dislike that there's not a lot of theming to it. I'm looking for, I want it to be mono red goblins. I just want it to be a theme, but not mice. That's wrong. Like, mice are just cute little forest creatures or whatever. I need something good. I need something that throws fire around and plays around with magma. Yeah, that's what I want to see. Still, I'm glad to see the mono reds in the top. Gruul Landfall at number 4. Yeah, I mean, it could be, I could tell you, like, what is it? Mono Green Landfall is like number 6 or something. Let me just take a look where it's at. No, it's actually down there, like at number 10 or something like that. That's hard to believe, because the difference between Gruul Landfall and Mono Green Landfall, not much. It's like World Soul's Rage. That's it. Yet for some reason, that does so much better with that extra red in there than the green does. So I don't know what to tell you, man. I did play it. I played it a couple times. And the World Soul's Rage does make for a really smooth deck. I'm a big fan of Gruul regardless. I like anything that's like red mixed with something else, except for Izzet. I don't do that very well for some reason. Because blue always tries to be too pompous. That's what I don't like about it. Anyways, yeah, that's a great, great, great deck. And Boros Burn. Once again, I guess because I like red. We got aggro. So let me just count it right down. Jeskai Artifacts, not aggro. Lifegain, it's a little aggro. Red aggro is aggro. Gruul Landfall is aggro. Boros Burn is aggro. Aggro's still stone up strong. When we did rotation, it seemed like control was taking over. It seemed like control was taking over bad. But we haven't seen, it's not in the top 5. It's still not showing its wits yet. It is still aggro showing strong. Little bit of mid-range there on the artifacts. And but that's it. It's nice that we have a nice collection of different cards. I'd have to say that Boros Burn and Mono Red Aggro are pretty much the same deck. Somebody convinced me to just skip the decks that are too much alike, and I should have done that. And what would the next card deck on the list be? Let me just check real quick. It would be Selesnya Rabbits, and oh my god, I hate that deck. So anyways, I would have shown Selesnya Rabbits as number 6 instead. But it's a nice collection. I mean, what I like is the fact that the colors are all over the place. The only thing that's not represented here is what? Blue? So yeah, and suck it, blue. Suck it. Sometimes blue can be fun if there's a little bit of bouncing or it does some other twisty things. I don't know. I like it when it maybe you take control of other people's creatures. That's cool. But right now, when it comes to counter spells, nah, I'm not playing that. Where you want to just get multiple cards all the time, yeah, whatever. Other people can go do that crap. So I'm not a big fan of blue for those particular reasons. And I'm kind of happy with the meta. I think post-rotation, I think we're in a really good spot. I like what's going on. I like the selection. I think we're good to go. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the top 5 for this particular month and look forward to whatever next month brings us. Until then, have a good day. And if you decide to play these decks, I hope that you have as much fun with them as I did. That's all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, screw you guys, I'm going home. Bye.